Hey everybody, welcome back live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive from our NCM studios here in Newburyport. I am very excited. We have another music show with one of my favorite guests, Gary Backstrom, in the house. Gary, take it away, my man.
Come today's the right time. You've been laying low for such a long, long time that I don't even know why you send me down your heartaches, why you look away from me. You've been running away for so long that you don't even know your name. And I can't bring you back again, but I had a dream last night that we had everything we needed, but I know it's a long, long way back home. Funny, wouldn't it be sane if we could take the mask off that we wear every day? Then I might get to know you, we might get to see that nothing's ever what it seems, but we've been hiding from the dreams that we might never get to see. And I had a dream last night that we had everything we needed, but I know it's a long, long way back home. I've been gone so long. There's a rocket falling from the sky, spiraling down, tearing up the ground, tearing up the ground. This morning, with a fire in my head, I tried to look through you, but you weren't even there. And as the smoke was clearing from the flames a mile high, I knew the voice I was hearing was coming from the sky. And I had a dream last night. Then we had everything we needed, but I know it's a long, long way back home. 'Cause it's a long, long way back home.
Gary Backstrom, welcome back, my friend. How you doing, my man?
Thank you for having me.
Sounding great.
Ooh, I'm still waking up. My voice is still waking up.
Musicians have those later schedules than most of us in the normal world, right?
Yeah, my voice doesn't usually wake up until after 3, so I'm a little raspy.
You sound great. It's good of you to do it, too. I've actually had people, that have looked at the time we do this show and go, oh, no.
You can't do it.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I tried warming up, but it's not there yet.
Oh, man, you always sound good. It's good to see you. How you been?
Good to see you, too. Really busy. I've had a crazy playing schedule. It's been like being on tour, but with different, instead of just with one thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's with the symphony groups that I work with, which are like rock band with a symphony. Sometimes a 60-piece thing. All over New England. My own bands, and then several tributes. I've done a few of the Peter Frampton tribute shows. one up in Old Orchard Beach, and then we did 2 Paul Simon tributes.
Oh, wow.
Which I forgot how much I love.
Yeah.
And that's mostly my band with a couple other players, and I want to keep doing that one. 'Cause,
Yeah.
man, that is such fun music.
There's something about that music. Like I find myself,
Yeah.
I'll go away from it for a while,
I
and
do
then
too.
I'll come back and like, I forgot how much I love Paul Simon.
Yeah,
You know?
totally. At rehearsals, we're like, oh, that's such a good song. Next song, oh,
Yeah.
that's such a good song. And then at the concert, you have like 4 or 5 in a row that are just bangers.
Yeah.
Everyone's up, and everyone's so excited, and
Yeah.
it just feels like this beautiful, like, fun dance party with all the percussion, and it's really, really cool.
Well, that is the key, right? I had, I'm not sure if you know each other, but I had Pat Badger from Extreme in.
I don't know Pat.
He's fairly local guys from here, but he's taken out a Eagles tribute band called Dark Desert Eagles, and he told me, he's like, when you start these things, it's like, we got a bunch of professional musicians, we know you can handle the music, but the key is, right, it's a tribute thing, and I didn't know if I really wanted to do that, but then it's like, look at the songbook of the Eagles. Like, we could have that place going all night with everything. That's
Right.
the key, is the songbook.
Right, that's the trick, right? That happened when I saw Paul McCartney. Well, every time I see Paul McCartney, it's just like, oh my God, there's another great song. Oh my God, it just never stops.
Yeah.
It's just this like overwhelming wealth of music that makes you feel all these different things. And in the Paul Simon catalog, you feel everything from deep sorrow to, real just fun, just dancing. Like when we get into the music that has African and Brazilian roots, and our percussion player Yehuba Torres, it just, there's something about that, and you look up and you realize everybody's on their feet. And then there's another one coming, and another one after that, and another one after that, and you're just like set for the night.
It is true.
And it has a lot of integrity, that music, but it's also popular. It's hard to find that balance, I think, sometimes.
Does the whole band have as much fun as you?
I hope so. Yeah, I think so. They all seem to want to do it again, so we'll see.
The Frampton Comes Alive is something you've been doing a lot more of.
Recently.
Yeah, is that, you have visions of that going forward, or is this just a point in your life, a stint?
That's a really good question. It depends how it does. I like it. I don't think the band will ever forget the songs, because we do pretty much the same show each time. It's the album, Frampton Comes Alive.
Yeah.
There's been times where we've taken a break from it and then had like a cluster of shows. So it seems to me like, outside of playing original music, which I love, it's the same band anyway.
Yeah.
We either take away a few members or add a few members.
Yeah. It's Gary and Friends.
Yeah. So it's just like a specialty night. It's like, here we are, it's a Gary Backstrom band, and we're paying tribute to blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool. Like, we're like Transformers. So I don't have to put too much of a projection on it. We could rest it for a little bit and bring it back. And, kind of like, I just saw Government Mule do Dark Side of the Mule. Have you seen that?
I have. I wanted to go to the show and I couldn't. But
if you get the chance and you like Pink Floyd, it was probably one of the truest things I've seen to live Pink. There's a lot of Pink Floyd tributes that do it just like the studio. They do it just like when you see them live. They stretch it. The backup singers, one of them was from Pink Floyd, sang the parts they sing live. They add parts. When Pink Floyd plays out, they add things. It's not just like, and they did that. They really just, it was brilliant.
Big Warren Haynes fan?
I love Warren.
But
it was really cool to see him do that.
Yeah.
Because it was just so different and really, really cool.
I never did the Roger Waters thing either, because he's brought the wall out to the Garden, and I think Fenway too, right?
Yep.
I know, actually, I remember, I'm not sure if you guys were at the same show together at any point, but one of your playing buddies, Charlie Caruso, is a big Floyd fan. He went to a couple of those. You were together? Yeah.
I didn't go to him. I never went to that one Roger Waters show with him, but we've both seen him a lot. Like, I've been many, many times.
Gotcha. Yeah. Now, you guys play as the Coal Boilers too. Are you continuing that as well? Is that just the thing that's always going to be in your back pocket?
Yeah, that's the other thing. That it's like, it's like something like, well, we do it a lot all throughout the year, but there's times where we've had residencies and we're doing it every week. Yeah. And then we won't do it for a month, and then we'll do it a whole lot, and then so same thing. It's just, so it's nice. It keeps variety going, which I think people really enjoy. So.
Yeah, and one of the things I wanted to talk about with you too is so we got the Gloucester Harvest Music Festival, which I, as a Danvers Falcon, have heard of. Like, we're rivals, Gloucester and Danvers.
I didn't realize that when I came in here.
No. I always said it is funny though. I remember I did a news story up in Gloucester one day. and I don't know. I guess the deal it was a boat that had caught fire. Everybody was okay. It was fine. But I was going around asking people, did you see what happened? That sort of thing. And some of those guys on the water can, whatever, they've had long mornings or whatever. They can be a little edgy sometimes, especially if they see me walk up asking questions. Who is this unfamiliar face? Right. And I remember one of the guys said to me, I could just tell he didn't like me. As soon as I walked up and he gave me I said, hey, did you guys see the boat thing? And he goes, who's asking?
Wow.
And I said, I work for the news. I just was hoping to see if anybody saw anything. And that guy goes, ha, the news.
Oh, jeez.
And walks away. I think I said, have I offended you in some way?
Oh,
but yeah, so maybe it's because I'm a Danvers guy. I don't know here in Gloucester.
I've lived there for 23 years, and just in the last 7 years have I felt like I'm from here.
Took you a while?
It took a while to be accepted. And even a little bit in the music scene, a little bit too, because it's sort of a, what's how do I want to put it? There's a lot of great musicians,
yes,
and there's a lot of people already playing. So it's the same kind of thing when you move somewhere. Who are you? So when you start playing, also it's like, well, who are you? And I was lucky enough to have some people that knew Jiggle, like Carol Palazola and a few other, and Dan King, and they helped me kind of get in the right places at the right time. But it was kind of weird. I'm like, I live here and I never played. That's not the case anymore.
Yep.
I feel part of that family now.
Well, that's cool. And I always have a great time when I go to Gloucester, by the way. Most of the people there are fantastically friendly. But,
I love it there,
but on that day, that guy did not like me.
I'm sorry.
You stick in microphones in people's faces. It can get, weird sometimes. But
yeah, you're right. And so the festival is to raise money for Addison Gilbert Hospital, which is the hospital in Gloucester.
Yep.
To keep it going. They do it every year, and there's a lot of bands that sweat from 11 to 8.
Lonely Lisa and the Lost Cowboys, Abby Barrett Band, Muddy Ruckus, Emily Grogan, and then you, my friend.
We're headlining this year.
With this fantastic... Actually, let me show the picture, because we were talking about this off the air. Let's see if we can get good. So that's what I said to you. I go, I recall this photo being purple.
There's been versions of it with different backgrounds behind. We used it for everything. Yeah. It's just a one picture. It's just great to use for whatever.
So you got the headlining act for this gig. That's very exciting.
Yeah, and they might still announce some other people, and we'll see what happens.
But it's September 9th, 11 a.m. It begins early, which is fun.
Yeah, 65 Rogers Street, which is just right in the center of town. You won't be able to miss it.
Yep.
And it's going to be a great time. And, you could always go to the beach for a little bit and then pop on over. Or there's, like I said, it's right in the center of town. There's tons of restaurants, and, you could combine it with other things.
The webpage is easy. I'm looking through the buying tickets right now.
It's brown paper bag tickets, I think.
There it is, yeah. Just if you go search, just search the main page and you'll find it. But the Gloucester Harvest Music Festival. Yep. There you go. So it's going to be fun. Do you play those things any differently? I mean, you probably have a condensed time, I'm guessing, or I don't know. I wonder how long they give you with those.
We'll probably play for an hour and a half, I think.
Yeah. That's a good set.
Yeah. We oftentimes will do a 2-hour set sometimes, too, because we don't like to take a set break, and then sometimes people leave. Yeah. And I like to treat it more like concerts that I've seen, like, say, at Fenway. Say if you go to see Paul McCartney, right? And I'm not comparing myself to Paul McCartney, but it's what I've noticed and learned is, those sets are written. They, I think, take quite a lot of time to plan out what songs go where and when. Yeah. And there's no downtime. Like, the song ends and boom, the next song hits. And we try to make our shows like that. Like where it's a show, it's a concert, and we're going to take you up and down and around and over and mesmerize you a little bit, and then boom, hit you over the head from the last 4 songs. But there's no, sitting around, what are we going to play? It's... You probably can answer that. So as you say that, I'm thinking to myself, that feels like more of an old school mentality. Like all these, I don't want to say older, but let's face it, they are. I'm going to see Springsteen tomorrow night, one of my favorite guys. He's my guy. You. And Fenway? Gillette. Oh, wow. Yeah. You have to tell me how that is. I will definitely tell you how that is. So, I mean, I don't know if we've had this talk with him. I've had I think I'm probably around 50 with him. He's my guy. I was the one going, when people were complaining about him not coming out with the band and doing solo shows, let me know when he's ready to rock again. Oh, God. I loved that stuff. I was in college, and there were cheap tickets at these venues, and I would have driven anywhere to go see those. So I was
whatever that bug is when somebody gets you. He had me. He had me.
I totally get that, yeah.
So yeah, and of course through adulthood too. But yes, like Springsteen, McCartney, like all these older guys, even like the Dave Matthews of the world, I've never seen them take breaks. You know, and it's like I've noticed a lot of the younger musicians now. We're gonna take play for 50 minutes, take a 20-minute break, be back or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting. I feel like it's more of an old school mentality. Let's get out there, count it off, and go, like the old bar bands or whatever. You know.
I think so. But to have it planned, like, I sometimes with a band you can read each other's minds, and you can kind of like jam out of a song and go into another thing and not have to talk about it. But that doesn't always happen. And when it doesn't happen, you can sometimes get stuck up there with everyone like arguing about what to play.
So sometimes you need a break, is that what you're saying?
No, sometimes you need a set list so that everyone has it in front of them.
Yeah.
And you know when one song you're holding the chord, the drummer's counting off the next one, and you're gonna go right into it. There's no, it keeps it moving like a movie or a book or anything that has a contour. To me, that's way more entertaining. It feels like a show.
Yes.
You know, and it was thought, like I always think about what song should come after this. Have we already done too many rockers in a row? Do we need to slow it down? Have we done too many slow ones? What would feel right? And so you can take 45 minutes making a good set list. And
I think I like the guys who and women who are like, a lot of times you'll see a set list and like that's what they crafted, that was their vision, they had a plan, but like then sometimes you'll see like maybe they're just at a certain moment they felt something, and then you look back at the set list and you see the scratch. And then, you know, and that's always cool too, you know.
That is cool. But it's just nice to have sort of a plan, and then if you want to drift from it, cool. But like I don't know, I got sick of that feeling of like not knowing exactly what we were gonna do, and I don't want dull moments for people that are watching us. I want it to be exciting the whole time.
I like that. Gary Backstrom in the house. You got another one for us there?
Sure.
Keep it alive. I love hearing you play, so we'll try to do as much of that as possible. Lee Cusack doing today's show, doing all the hard work back there.
Sounded good there a little bit.
Thank you, Lee, Maeve Power, Sarah Hayden, our small but mighty team here in Newburyport. As I do all the easy work, talking to interesting people and hearing great music, they do all the hard work.
Those are the folks behind the scenes.
Making
it smooth.
That's our team right there, man. Gary Backstrom, live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive.
Be polite. You got no time to stick around. Ain't gonna waste another night with my head down to the ground. I'm already thinking about tomorrow. I don't wanna be here anymore. You see me walk right at your door. Frozen on my face, the lines you etched into my soul, the lines I'm trying to erase. I got to fly out of this hole. I'm already thinking about tomorrow. I don't want to be here anymore. You see me walk right at your door. Cheap, you must be broke, 'cause you talk in circles all the time. Your cheapest shot goes up in smoke. Honey, you're so mean, you are unkind. I'm already thinking about tomorrow. You see me walk right out your door. You see me walk right out your door. You see me walk right out your door. Ooh.
Yeah, Gary Backstrom.
Old song.
Live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Gary Backstrom. Man, oh man.
That was one of the first songs I wrote ever.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Still, I can tell you still love playing it, or at least you fake it well. My God.
I haven't played it in so long because
Yeah.
I think played it to death and jiggle. 'Cause I'm taking a long time off and thinking about doing it again with the new group. That'd be fun.
So you do the we just talked about all these set lists, right? When you come on a show like this, do you because I'm not making requests, do you come in with a set list, or do you kind of just feel this?
This one I'm feeling out. I thought about it a little ahead of time because I knew my voice was not. I tried warming up, but I've been singing so much.
Yeah.
I didn't have a ton of time to warm up this morning. Like around 4:00.
Yeah.
Sing all kinds of things. So I thought a little bit about maybe don't sing too high.
I heard Kelly Clarkson on Howard Stern talking about the voice being a muscle, which. And she said, she feels like she could do. I'm not even sure how old she is, but she said she can do things with her voice now that she could never dream of doing in her younger 20s.
Yep.
And I just want. It seems like a lot of these guys get stronger. These men, these women, whoever you are. It seems like a lot of them get stronger as they get older. Do you find that?
I practice singing probably 40 minutes a day. Or I try.
No kidding, do you?
Yeah, because it's the thing that I had always struggled with the most, and I'm like, I don't want my voice to deteriorate. And I wanted to sound really good, and so and now I can sing like way longer and not get tired. Like I sang a 3-hour show Friday night. I sang for about 4 hours straight Saturday, and Sunday night I did a full 2 sets.
Yeah.
And didn't feel anything, and I felt really, really good. But it's actually by doing exercises, it's like your body, right? I can sing things now I can never ever sing even 5 years ago.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's great.
So when you say fear of deteriorating, you actually mean that, like as far as like fading away during a show, like you don't want your voice to die on you,
It
right?
happens, where it's painful or you're singing incorrectly, and so after about an hour, especially if you're the only one singing lead, you start to feel it's like your legs getting tired of your. Yeah. But if you've practiced all week, you show up. I had this problem where I was going hoarse a lot. I would sing for about an hour, then I'd start to lose some of my notes. So I have a vocal teacher, so obviously I consult, gives me certain exercises. But practicing all week, when you show up to the gig, if you've been doing that, then you can just, it's great.
Yeah.
It's like, it feels less like there's less effort put in. You can relax. You can open up. It's just fun because you've done work all week leading up to when you're going to play, as opposed to I used to in my 20s only sing at gigs, and I'd be like, oh, let's just get to the guitar solo, that's and I don't feel like that anymore. Like I do a lot of solo gigs now where I'll sing for 3 hours with a break in the middle, but it's strong and the whole way through, and it's really nice. I
won't jump to conclusions, but you are known as one of the finest guitar players around here. Is it is that almost like, did you become a great guitar player before you got comfortable singing? Were you more comfortable playing guitar solos first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, when I was a little kid, I played music all the time. Mostly because I just like songs. Like that's really my favorite thing, is really good song writing.
Yeah.
But also singers. Like I always listened to singers, and I loved good singers as much as instrumentalists. But when I was 11, someone said, "Hey, kid, man, you're really great on guitar, but keep your mouth shut."
Oh, no way!
And
Really?
it hit me really hard.
Oh
I
man!
think it took me years to get over. And then, and he was right. It was horrible. It was true. But instead of just stopping at some point later in life, I found a great voice teacher that I've been with for probably 15 years. And
I have a radio version of that story. As a young, newsroom guy in the WBZ room in Boston, there's this guy who's now in the Hall of Fame. But
you were working there at the time?
I'm still working with this guy.
Oh.
He's now in the Hall of Fame. He's luckily still with us. But he told me a story about how one of the old time anchors, he was filling in for him one day on the air, and this guy's a good anchor too. He's probably in the Hall of Fame because of his reporting, but he can certainly be an anchor on the air too. And one of the old-time anchors said to him on a day when he was filling in, he gets off the air and he goes, "I was feeling good. I thought I did a good job in the anchor booth. I came out, reporter Carl filling in. I was solid." And one of the old-time anchors looked at me and goes, "Hey, Carl, you make a better reporter than you do an anchor. Stick with that." And he was like, "Yeah." I shouldn't even said his name. But you know what? I am going to say it. I slipped it, so I'll just say it. It's Carl Stevens, one of my best friends.
Right.
And Carl makes a great anchor too, but is probably, in my opinion, the finest reporter in the country, and very much a mentor of mine in a lot of ways. But Carl tells that story and laughs about it because he goes, talk about like just getting hit with something. And he thought about it. He's like, maybe I shouldn't do the anchoring anymore. And then he got back at it, and it was great.
Yeah.
But that's my radio version.
So
of
I
that.
wonder if it made him. You should ask him if it made him want to work harder.
I think so. Yeah.
It made me. I was like, all right, well, I have to either stop. I can't keep doing this like I'm doing it, or I need to get help and I need to actually like work at it. And the payoff is like, just, I love singing so much. Like, it just, and I love having a great night. But like anybody, right? Anything you work at, whether it's, I don't know, whatever, like being like a host on a radio show, that's hard.
Yeah.
You got to keep things flowing and moving. Not everyone can do that. You have to. You work at whatever you.
Yes, you're far too kind, but yes, that's the greater message. The Carl thing's a good example because at his Hall of Fame speech, actually, I'm thinking about this. You make that look so easy. Carl makes reporting look easy, but I know just from watching him all those years, he puts in the work. I mean, and he told the story about how he went back and listened to Gary LaPierre, the legendary WBZ anchor, and he would just listen to Gary. He'd wake up, listen to Gary. How do you be Gary? How do I be Gary?
Yep.
And that's what he did, and that's how he learned how to be in radio.
Totally.
And and I wonder, like, do you make it look easy? Do you still have to put in the work on your
guitar?
Yeah.
I'm better off if I do practice. I can get away with it more on guitar. Like
Such a good answer.
I can get in the zone pretty quick.
Yeah.
But if I do, I notice a difference if I have a practice regimen. I will play way better. With voice, I have to do it. Like, I can't let it go.
Yeah.
Like, I have to be on it. And if I haven't sang, because I've been, like, sometimes this summer I've been playing so much that I will take 2 or 3 days off and won't sing or play. And I have to make sure I give myself 3 days to, like, start getting my voice ready. And right now it sounds dry and tired because it's dry and tired.
Well, you're a perfectionist. But what's the biggest mistake that I'm not gonna, like, I don't even mean like the amateur. Like, you see people out playing with bands like that are good, solid bands. They're out there doing it for a living or whatever. Mm-hmm. What's the biggest mistake you see, like the guitar player make out there?
Oh, jeez.
That you, as a pro, you look at it and go, "Oh no, that makes me cringe."
The things that bother me the most are playing all your, like, just giving everything out right away. When you have a long set, it's one thing if you've got a short time period, sure.
Yep.
But if you've got a long time to play, don't like go bananas on every song right off the bat because it gets boring after a while, and it's like, you got nowhere to go. And when there's no, I do this all the time. My fingers will just do stuff, and it's like, all right, whatever. I'm going through the motions. But when you're really into it and you're really directing, you're like playing melodies as opposed to licks. Like a lick being, right? That's a lick.
You can do that in your,
like things that your fingers do that sound cool. But it's just like a off the cuff thing, as opposed to like telling a story that takes a while to build. It's more about melody than it is like, oh, how fancy can it be? You know?
Yeah.
So for me personally,
No, that's fascinating. That's a great.
and it drives me crazy about myself. I hate when I do it. So that's,
You'll find your fingers just running away from you. Is that a good way of putting
I
it?
won't be thinking. I won't be centered on what I'm doing. And yeah, my fingers will just, play. And it's fine, but it's never as good as when you're focused. Or sometimes guitarists will sing their solos off mic or on mic to make sure that the thoughts and the feeling are happening here first before they happen on your guitar or whatever instrument you play.
It's interesting.
And it makes it much more fun to listen to.
No, it's all right. Very good. So we got the pet peeve out there. That's
But it's about myself too. Like I
Yeah.
can't stand when I do those things.
Yeah.
So I hate it in myself first.
fascinating. All right. Well, if you want to see this, so September 9th is really the date for us. That's a Saturday.
Saturday, September 9th, 11 to 8. It's a long festival. Drop in whenever you can.
Yeah, you're probably going to go on at.
I think probably 6:30.
Okay. For people that tune in, they want to make sure they catch you. It's probably good.
6:30,
Maybe
yeah.
they don't have the whole. What is that? 9 hours?
Yeah, no, you're probably have 9 hours. Yeah.
9 hours of music.
Yeah. We have a great band. It's a 6-piece band. Bass, drums, guitar, keys, an extra guitarist, and 2 backup singers, and it's unbelievable. It's really, really. You will not have a bad time. You'll have a very good time.
I was going to say beautiful day in Gloucester. I'm not predicting the weather, but whether it's a beautiful day or not, it's a fun time in Gloucester.
Yep.
The Gloucester Harvest Music Festival.
Rain or shine event, so hopefully it's shine.
There you go, rain or. That's a good time to say it's a rain or shine event, actually. Yes, very good. And just, Gary, if people are maybe seeing you for the first time here, which is a bad job, go watch all of them. But if they're seeing you for the first time, where do they go find your music?
Oh yeah, GaryBackstrom.com is my home website. And then on Facebook, Gary Backstrom Band. Same with Instagram, Gary Backstrom Band. And I think the Twitter is the same. I don't even know what's going on with that.
Yes, I know. It's a complicated time for X, right?
Yes, X keeps changing, and I don't know. So
Yeah.
that's about the best. Oh, and our new album, Light in the Dark, is on Spotify, and it's on Apple Music, and any digital streaming platform. And if you listen to it, please buy one of our songs. Find your favorite, spend $1. It helps us so much. It helps us to get more listeners and things like that. So if you're on Spotify and you find Light in the Dark, that's our new album. If you like one of the songs a lot, just spend $1 on it and buy it.
Oh, that's an interesting. I think people can resonate with that. That's well said. The
That
dollar
helps.
goes a long way.
All your favorite artists, when you're streaming, just pick a song and buy it.
One
It
purchase.
helps incredibly. Yeah.
Really? So
Yeah.
you know the game there. Okay.
Yep.
Very cool. Again, the Gloucester Harvest Music Festival is Saturday, September 9th. Check Gary Backstrom and his band. It's going to be a fun time. And we've listed a bunch of the acts earlier, too. It's a great lineup, so go check it out. A lot of friends of yours, I'm sure, Gary, and if not, soon to be friends, probably, right?
Yeah, we need new friends always. So,
Can you play us out with one, too? That would be
Sure.
great. I always love hearing Gary play here, so we'll do that. Thank you to our team, Lee Cusack running the show today, Maeve Power, I think running everything at the station today, so thank you, Maeve, and of course the boss, Sarah Hayden, who makes it all happen for us. Thank you all, our small but mighty team here in Newburyport. Thank you, Gary. My name is Drew Moholland. This has been Live at Drew's House. Gary Backstrom taking us home. Thank you, sir.
Crying tears of joy, melt away the iceberg that surrounds this boy. Deeper than our hearts, melt away with visions that we'll never part. Would you like to go with me? I tell you we could be set free, even through the wind and rain. Baby, I can feel your pain. Give me wings to fly far away to the land of you and I. We can be set free from the chains that imprison you and me. Baby, would you like to go with me? Tell you we could be set free, even through the wind and rain. Baby, I can feel your pain. Whoa, tell it like it is tonight. Tell it like it is. it like it is tonight. Tell it like it is. Tell you we could be set free, even through the wind and rain. Baby, I can feel your pain. Just asking, you'll receive everything dancing in circles in this dream. Rain, rain, go away. Don't come back and rain down tears on my parade. I said, whoa, tell it like it is tonight. Tell it like it is. I said, whoa, tell it like it is tonight. Tell it like it is. Woo-hoo-hoo. I said, whoa, tell it like it is tonight. Tell it like it is.